we come to Swami. Swami Samachittananda from the Hindu tradition. Would you please share with us? Thank you.
Thanks for inviting all of us to say and also to hear about the smooth departure. Whichever religion you belong to, one thing is very common, that we are all going to die one day. All the fun, all the power, all the money, prosperity, is, as we heard from all of us, that is temporary. Other day I was talking to someone that whether God is there or not, whether heaven is there or not, whether hell is there or not, it's belief. It's belief, and people do believe. But one thing is very sure, that the world in which we are in is not permanent. That is very sure. 100%, all of us, it's not information. It is practically our conviction that we are going to die. Another experiment. I know, I have information, I have read, I have seen. Everybody dies, so I also will one day die. In front of me, people die. Is it possible for you as an individual to think that you are dead? Contemplate for 10 seconds and tell me. You cannot think that. It is impossible to think that you are dead. What do you think? My body is lying, people are crying, it will be taken to this or that crematorium. Who is saying that? Me. Who is that me? That's the root of all religions. Whichever way you interpret, that's fine. Body dies. Whether it is soul taking another birth, or whether it is going to see Jesus Christ, or it is going to merge with God, is fine. But it is me who see that my body is lying there. I am not the body, it's a vehicle. Hinduism, there is a beautiful shloka which says that I am wearing this cloth, all of us are wearing some clothes. What happens when this cloth becomes old? You can't wear anymore. So you discard it, put on a new cloth. Exactly this example is given. I don't need to tell Sanskrit shloka here. So this is the vehicle given to us to do work you do, karma you do, whichever you interpret, that's fine. Some do good karmas, some do bad karmas. Some people help throughout their life. Some people harm others throughout their life. Do you think both are same kind of people? No. Effect is different. Definitely has to be different. He takes a spoonful of sugar. I take a green chili. Do you think taste will be the same? Definitely not. Every action has a result. Every good action has a good result. Bad action has a bad result. Nothing religious about it. This is fact. This is truth. So we all talk that let us do good. Now it's a matter how to do good. I was hearing all the honorable speakers. My own experiment, or rather my own experience, I will share. About 5-6 years before, we run yoga class. People come to learn physical yoga. It has nothing to do with religion. It's a physical exercises. More than 50 to 60% are Chinese people coming there. Instructors, those who teach, also are Chinese. But it's fine. It has nothing to do with religion. I met a lady about 6 years before. She's Chinese. But there was a motherly affection in her. And after a few visits, we became a little familiar to talk about. She said, I was born Buddhist. After marriage, I became Christian. But now I do yoga and I serve people. I neither go to the Buddhist temple, nor I go to church, nor I go to any temple. She developed cancer. Her husband died of cancer. She was so much shocked that she was paralyzed and was wheelchair bound. With all treatment, etc., she became okay. She started walking, she started teaching. Seeing me as a Swami whom she sees practically every Sunday from a distance, when she developed cancer, she asked me, what will happen to me? I don't go to any religious place, which I was born or where I was converted to or where I am in. I don't. What do you think my answer should be? Go to the Hindu temple and offer your prayers, etc.? No. Smooth departure. Remember, if a person of your faith is there and if you understand his faith, tell about him. What should I do if I come across a person who is Buddhist? I don't have that much knowledge about Buddhism. But throughout my life I have heard, if I can't say anything, I say, remember Buddha, Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, Buddham Sharanam. That much I know, I can tell that. Smooth departure. I am not here to ring bells of Hindu temple and disturb him. This goes for everybody. You are Christian. I am the only person in front of you. Do you think I am going to ring bells in front of you? No. I am going to tell you whatever little I know. Remember God, remember Jesus. Throughout your life you have done that. What right I have to introduce my religion to you at the dead end of your life? We believe in smooth departure. We are here for smooth departure. Again, in front of Honorable Minister, I will like to thank how government is proactive and preventive and protective about the religious harmony. Very few countries, believe me, I'm not Singaporean, but believe me, there are very few countries where the government thinks about religious harmony and tries to bring a legislation so that not when you are alive, but also when you are going to die, you just peacefully go. It's not a question of my faith here. It's not a question of my faith. It is the faith of the person who is dying. So we believe so. In Hinduism, we believe this. Put a glass of water and ask all of us, what is in the glass? All of us will have a different name to give, which means water. Could be jal, could be pani, could be aqua, could be H2O, could be whatever. But we are talking about same water. We believe, and we believe in our scriptures, it is written. The truth is the same, God is the same. It is the seers, it is the people who realize by different ways and means, so they call it by different names. As the water can be called by different names, the God is called by different names. I make things a little funny for us to understand. Think in one room, Jesus Christ, Prophet Muhammad, Krishna and Buddha. 4 are sitting and taking coffee. Do you think they are going to fight? They don't, because they are realized. The more you are towards God, the only thing which reduces is the differences and confusions and doubts. It is the doubt which is between me and my God. It is this confusion between me and my God. Once that doubt goes away, then only the truth will shine. Then only I will be helpful to the people. We believe that. And though I was talking to Ms. Vaichin when she came, I don't think there will be any situation where a Christian is alone and suddenly a Hindu comes to save him. I don't think it is going to happen. Hardly it may happen. What I will do is, if I suddenly come into picture, there is somebody who is not of my religion, I try to arrange for somebody of his or her religion, that's fine, so that he or she can be helped. But say, hypothetical situation, but I am the only person in front of him, believe me, I will be the last person to say a word of Hinduism to him, whichever religion they belong to. Why? Whole life she remembered Jesus Christ. Who am I to remind him of somebody with 4 heads or 8 hands and all that? I'm not for that. Why should I do that? We are not here for making any business. We are here to let loose the soul to leave the body and go to the eternity. God is there to take care. Who these 4 sat and never quarreled. They will take care. Whether God is he, I don't know. Is she? I do not know. Is it? I do not know. Why? We believe, again, God is consciousness, which is within you, and that is the truth. As soon as you make a God objective God, Hinduism has millions of gods, believe me. Why they called millions of God? Because there were millions of people and everybody is God. Inside, the consciousness. You don't need more than one God in any way. And that one God is what I understand in myself as consciousness. What we need as a topic which we are discussing, that we must work in such a way, all of us, whichever religion we belong to, we have 6 more religions who are not here. I remember the founder of Sikh religion. He had a disciple who was very miserly. So one day he told to his disciple that I am a monk, I have a needle and a thread. Keep this needle with you in your locker. Return me in our next life. He said, sir, how to remember and give you the needle? If a small needle you cannot return to me, how do you think these millions of dollars you are going to give to your loved ones? This world is impermanent. God, who sits in our heart, by whatever name you call it, is the only reality. And let our all brothers and sisters' life, not only life, but the moment of death also, let's make it as smooth as possible. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, Swami, you almost have the last word. I think at this point, our SMS is leaving us. So let's give her a big hand for joining us today. And thank you so much for joining us. We will continue. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Well, you know, the beautiful thing about being in Singapore, as has been pointed out by so many of our speakers, is that we actually believe in religious harmony. And when we come together to learn specifically about different religious understanding of the human life, the human soul, about God, about spirits, about rituals, about how to facilitate a smooth departure, you can clearly see that there are differences. Even in the idea of God or godness or God consciousness, there are different understanding. The point here is not to say which understanding is more superior. The point here is not to debate that your understanding is right, my understanding is right, your understanding is wrong, my understanding is more superior. I mean, in a way, what the Swami, the last speaker, has spoken is correct. To each his own. I mean, you make your own decision about the religion you choose to believe in, how you define God, and how you therefore believe in yourself as spirit, soul, or whatever. Then you go according to your religion. Now, what we want to do here is, well, first of all, I want to thank all of you for keeping to your time. I mean, it's fantastic. Can you imagine? Everybody kept to their time. Nobody exceeded 12 minutes. Let's give them a big hand for that alone.